Look at this mushroom melted socket. Can you believe it? You know, one of the biggest comments I hear is that Snap-on quality has gone downhill. It just isn't the same. And I have Ryan here who's been a dealer for over 14 years. So Ryan, defend yourself.
Well, hang on, Val. There's actually a story behind this. This is actually pretty amazing. A guy pounded out a bolt out of a bushing in a 12-ton press using a 6mm socket. And the guy's actually a really good mechanic, but he actually saved this woman from buying a ton of other parts. I laughed it off and gave him a new one, of course. But that's actually amazing. And if you look at it, the chrome plating, even though it was mushroomed out, stayed intact. There's absolutely no chipping, and there's actually no crack. And I know sockets crack, but that's an incredible engineering feat. I'm sorry. I think that's absolutely amazing.
So we're going to chalk that one up to misuse. Now, do you think technicians are more so misusing tools rather than Snap-on quality going to shit, people say?
Yes. I think the misuse levels are far higher than tools than they've ever been. Like this is a socket that I just got. This was like from the week before, and I actually kept it because it's wild. This is a broken 19mm, I think. I can't even tell. And the guy had to like chop it up to get to some compressor on a Volvo or something weird. And it's just because of the shape. He had to grind down everything. So misuse is at an all-time high with tools, but it's not the mechanic's fault. I mean, I would misuse tools. I hate to say tool a little bit. I mean, the engineers of the car companies, somebody just posted a video like, why are there so many fasteners? The engineers of the car companies, I'm probably right on this, they actively work to make outside shops' lives a living hell.
Yeah, I hear a lot of technicians, they're complaining that they have to get so creative and then they don't have all the tools to work on these cars.
Yeah, and I would say I learned that when I first started. You know, you go into a dealership, right, and there's a bunch of new guys with new boxes, and then you go to the guy who's like 65, he's ready to retire, he ain't buying anything unless it's fun, and that guy has a box that Snap-on made that used to be like what we call a cart now, even smaller. And that used to be, and nowadays, what mechanics have to buy to even get a simple job done. It's like I said, the car companies, I'd imagine there's like a conference room and they just like close the door and it's like Fight Club, or they like nod at each other because they're all part of Fight Club. It's the same thing. They go to the engineers and they're just like, yeah, engineer that. And that nod is basically saying make outside mechanics, outside the dealership, their lives as hard as possible to fix the car. Get it back into the dealership. That's all we care about. Find something to make everybody's life a living hell.
It's like an unspoken
rule.
Right. That's why we try not to give shit about warranty. Like, you know, if you have to be creative, then of course.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody has to be creative to save the day and they're a good customer, then
of course
none of us complain about it. Oh.